Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the difference between BFS and DFS. For knowing BFS and DFS for detailed description, I have made a video. I'll give the link in the I description so you can refer it. So now coming to BFS versus DFS. But before knowing the difference between BFS and DFS, BFS stands for breadth first search, which works on level, whereas DFS works on depth. Now coming to its algorithm, the data structure for BFS we use queue, right? So here I can write the data structure which we are using is queue, whereas for DFS we are using stack, right? Then the third difference, queue always works on FIFO, first in first out, whereas stack works on LIFO, last in first out. That is a property of stack, and queue has a property of first in first out. Now coming to its time complexity, here first of all we are enqueuing the first vertex, that is we are pushing the first vertex whichever we have. So here for pushing it's order of 1. Then we are using a while loop which is working for every vertex, as when we push the first vertex, A comes into the queue, then it will check whether queue is empty or not. Then it will pop out the first vertex and it will check its adjacent vertex which are not visited one. So A has B and C. So here B and C will get pushed in the queue. Then thereafter we'll be checking for B. B has D and E, right? Then we'll be checking for C. C doesn't have any neighbors which are not visited. Then D, then E. Therefore we are working for each vertex over here, and also we are checking its neighbors, the adjacent neighbors whichever it has, and the adjacent vertex depends on its edges, because we can find out the neighbors depending on the edges, as A has 2 edges, B has 3 edges, C has only 1 edge. So we can say the time complexity will be order of V plus E, right? So here the time complexity depends on we are going to traverse on all the vertex of the graph. So the time complexity will be V plus E. Since I am traversing all the vertex and edges once, so it is order of vertex plus edges. Now coming to DFS, first we are pushing the first vertex. First vertex is A. So here we will get A and it will push into the stack. Then it will check whether stack is empty or not. Then we have to check its adjacent vertex, which is B and C. But here we need to take only one adjacent vertex, which is also a difference point. Let's take it fifth. Here in BFS we take all adjacent vertex and push into the, or rather we are using here Q, NQ here. Whereas in DFS we are taking one adjacent vertex which we push into the stack. So here I need to take one adjacent vertex. I can take either B or C. But the condition is it should not be visited one. So here if I take B, then again it will go and check whether stack is empty or not, and then it will check its adjacent neighbors. Adjacent of vertex is called edges. So coming to its time complexity, we are visiting each vertex once, and also we are visiting adjacent vertex, which is edge. So we can say the time complexity will be order of V plus E. V stands for vertex and E stands for edges. So here the time complexity of DFS is also order of V plus E. Now coming to implementations for BFS, it is great for finding the shortest possible path. Whereas coming to DFS, it is not helpful in finding the shortest possible path. But we could end up following longest path. What if the graph is deep enough? It can be great since we don't need to store entire thing in memory. While coming to BFS, if the graph is wide, we need to store all of it level by level. Plus, we need to use memory, which is totally unnecessary. So each solution has its own benefit and drawbacks, but they are two different ways of solving a problem. And here we'll be coming up in the next video for the implementation of BFS as well as of DFS. So at last I can say it totally depends on what kind of problem we are dealing with. Both BFS and DFS are beneficial in their own ways.